What's going on, guys? Aggronix here, and I just start the fucking video, no joke. I just start the video and he drops that. What's going on, guys? Aggronix here, and welcome to the semi-finals of the APL. Our Cork City Cyndaquils, this team has gone the mile. We started off the season, people said, you know what, we have a fair chance of making playoffs, nothing's guaranteed, of course, it's Pokemon, it's the game we play, but I really want to make it playoffs. We did, we came first in our division. Of course, a lot of things went into that, Isu not being able to play his games and stuff like that, but we did come first at the end of it all. So we did get the bye week, which is why there wasn't a game last week. Haunter played Alex, and Haunter won. Champ won, so we're going to be playing Champ, and it's very, very threatening normal type team. Now, his team consists of Megalopony, Porygon Z, Meloetta, Porygon 2, Blissey, Diggersby, Heliolisk, Miltank, Braviary, and a Munchlax. So, I'm just going to run through the team quickly to show you what I'm thinking. There it is. So, this is the 6 Mons that I'm bringing. I'm actually going to zoom it in for you guys. We'll go to 175. No. And we're going to zoom up, and we're going to do that. Boom. So, like I said, his team consists of very, very threatening Mons like Megalopony, Porygon Z, Porygon 2, Meloetta, Blissey, Diggersby, Heliolisk, Miltank, Braviary, and Munchlax. A lot of Stealth Rockers. He has Blissey and Miltank. And I believe Diggersby gets Stealth Rock as well, so... it's not a lot of Stealth Rockers, but they're so good as Stealth Rockers, you know what I mean? Like, they're both so useful as that role. Not like a Lycan Rock where you just throw it on, it's actually usable. Megalopony is very, very threatening. Megalopony does get Iron Tail, and I'm very, very worried about it, but I've chosen not to worry about Megalopony too much just because A, I don't think there's a small chance it won't come, and B, you'll see in a second. So, the Mon that I'm most worried about is Porygon 2, and possibly Porygon Z, and Meloetta as well. So, that's why Clefable had to come this week. Clefable is probably the most important Mon on the team, just because it walls all of them. Porygon Z, I thought I got Flash Cannon when I was team building, and then I realized I didn't. So it really can't really touch Clefable too well. The only way it can do that is going with a Tri-Attack adaptability. Obviously does a ton, but it doesn't one-shot by any means, and we can always swap into Sylveon or something. So this thing's job is basically just eat up hits. It walls the Heliolisk, it walls the Meloetta. Meloetta can't set up on me because we have the Unaware. Moonblast, I believe, breaks a sub. If it doesn't even matter because like it's not doing anything to me, We've Heal Bell because the only way Porygon can beat a Unaware Clefable with Toxic is if he Toxics me back. So that's the only reason we're running Heal Bell. And it also supports the team, which is also nice. If he gets a burn with nothing, he actually doesn't have any Mon that can burn really. Actually, I don't have to worry about that at all. But he does have a lot of Mons that love Toxic, and Thunder Wave actually, like the Blissey and the Porygon. So that's something to keep in mind. Next we have Chain Chomp, Spikes, Play Rough, Thunder Wave, and Heal Block, max physically defensive. This is our main check to the Megalopony. It's also just a good response to his entire team because we have Heal Block to stop the Porygon 2 from, constantly recovering and stuff, so we can just spike up on it. It can't really touch us too well. I mean, it does get, Thunderbolts, which is neutral and stuff, but other than that, that's the best he can do, really, unless he gets a Hidden Power Fire off, which I don't think he'll bring Hidden Power Fire against me just for Klefki, Klefki isn't that important. But once we get Spikes up, they're pretty much here to stay. The only Mon on his team that can defog is the Braviary. Nothing else on his team gets Rapid Spin or defog. We're kind of in the same boat, but if we do get our... Togekiss is the only Mon on our team that can defog, but, you'll see in a second, we're not. That's not our plan. I'm running Player Off as my standard move because I didn't really feel like there was any move that I needed to run. And I felt like Player Off, yes, it's not, great against his entire team. It's not going to do much to Blissey or Porygon, but it does do a lot to Megalopony. It breaks a sub, so if he tries to predict my Thunder Wave maybe and go for a substitute, then I can break the sub with a Play Rough. He says JK. Thank you, man. That means so much, man. And we just have stuff. Next we have Gardevoir, Mega Gardevoir, the Luna. Max special attack, 176 in speed with a Terminator, 80 in HP. Calm Mind, Sub, Psyshock, and Focus Blast. Now, Luna's job is very, very simple. Win. Luna really, really wants to just destroy Champ's team because it has the capability of doing so. Once we get a sub up, we don't even need the Calm Mind, to be honest. I'm running Calm Mind and Substitute because I didn't really have another move I needed. Quite honestly, I could have run Will-O-Wisp and I could have run Destiny Bond, but there was no mon where that would really be useful. The only mon where I could see that being useful is the Diggersby. I can Destiny Bond or Will-O-Wisp on him, but I can also just Focus Blast him. As long as I don't miss, I should be fine, you know? I know that's, you know, not a great explanation because Focus Blast is known for missing, but I don't want to run Will-O-Wisp for 1 or 2 mons and then miss out on Focus Blast or Substitute, because Substitute is great. We can Substitute up against the Blissey and we block a Thunder Wave and a Toxic, get up maybe a Calm Mind or 2, and then Focus Blast it. That thing is taking, or even Psyshock it, to be honest. That's why we're running Psyshock. I was running Hyper Voice because it hit his entire team, but then I realized Mega Lopunny is also weak to Psyshock and it hits Blissey harder, so I went with Psyshock instead. Next we have Tinkerbell, the Sylveon, Pixie Plate, Pixelate with Hyper Voice, Wish, Toxic, Protect. This is just a stally mon, just to do a little bit of damage to his bulkier mons. It can take on most things, take on Mega Lopunny, he has to miss an Iron Tail. Other than that, Return isn't doing too much. It does about 50% in Hyper Voice one-shots. It can take on the Porygon to a certain extent because we have Toxic, Wish, Protect. It can't really do too much to us, and a Hyper Voice Pixelate is doing a lot. And a Blissey, it does take on Sylveon to a certain extent, but it also doesn't because eventually it will swap out because of Toxic and stuff, and that's always a good time. Next we have Roger the Azumarill, Choice Banded Waterfall with Aqua Jet. Choice Banded Waterfall. Choice Banded Huge Power Azumarill with Waterfall, Aqua Jet, Superpower, and Play Rough. Max Attack Adamant with 104 in speed and 152 in HP. Actually, Sylveon and Azumarill are at the same base speed. They're both brought up, or it's not base speed, but same speed. They're both brought up to 162 to outspeed that blasted Porygon. Now, if he runs a fast Porygon, it's good and bad. He'll outspeed Sylveon and, Azumarill, but he will also not be as bulky. So that's the give and take there. And finally, we have Icarus, the Togekiss Choice Scarf Serene Grace with Aurasphere. Wow. Air Slash, Aurasphere, Baton Pass, and Toxic. Running enough speed to outspeed a Mega Lopunny with a Choice Scarf, which we do have. A max special attack, and just the rest in HP, and I didn't want to run a even number in HP, so I ran the 4 in defense. We're running Baton Pass and Toxic simply because there's no other mon that I want, or move that I wanted to run. Air Slash and Aurasphere is all I need. It's really all I need. I don't think it gets like... I might as well check actually. Yeah, it doesn't really get anything to hit a Meloetta it doesn't get a dark type move. It doesn't get I saw Nasty Plot and I was like, whoa, it gets Signal Beam, but I'm not gonna get rid of Baton Pass or Toxic just for Signal Beam, Meloetta isn't a huge priority on this team because Klefki walls it, Sylveon can wall it to a certain extent, and Clefable 100% walls it. So that's the team. You'll notice an underlying theme on this team is just to Toxic everything and just hopefully win. Now a Choice Banded, a Choice Banded Diggersby does a huge amount of work to my team. A Choice Banded or a Life Orb Adamant Azumarill, Diggersby, can one-shot some forms of Clefable. It can one-shot Sylveon, can one-shot Klefki. So if he does bring Diggersby, I'm going to have to play around it a bit. Sylveon's probably the least useful mon. It's just a mon that I brought because it's just good, but it's not necessary to win. So if there's any mon that needs to die, I can just go into Sylveon and then go into Azu afterwards and Aqua Jet. Aqua Jet is a guaranteed kill. It does 95% min, and I don't think I'm that unlucky, so I think we'll get it. But anyway, I'm going to connect with Champ, and we're going to get into this. I am really, really nervous. I hope you guys are excited. The winner of this league, I actually haven't told you guys about this, but the winner of this league actually gets to help Champ, who's already in there because he's the creator of the league, and Craft, who's the co-owner of the league, or to choose the tiers for the new Season 3. So we are going to get into this right now. I am so freaking nervous. I'm going to take just a quick breather. So, game plan, kill the Porygon. That's really the game plan. I mean, the game plan is obviously to win. But, it's funny. I'm not very good. I will openly admit. Usually I just kind of play. Obviously I think about my plays and I do know which monster I need to kill and stuff and how I win, but I don't really go into a game with a strategy, game plan. You know, sometimes I just, you know, realize one halfway through the game. So it's going to be very, very interesting. Do I think we can win? Honestly, yeah, I think we can definitely win. It's just whether we really do that or not. With that being said, I am not gonna give it much more thought. I think I'm gonna challenge him to a custom game. I'm just gonna do that just in case, I guess. If I go to the monotype, it might ban something. I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna challenge him. I think that Megalopony is gonna be a huge hurdle for us to get over if he brings it. I haven't really touched on it yet. But Munchlax could be a bit of a problem as well. An offensive Miltank could also be a little bit threatening. Not going to lie. We'll have to kind of depend on him not being max speed, number one, and Mega Gardevoir at speeding. But I think he could definitely bring in an offensive Miltank. However, you know, it's also very good as a physical wall, so maybe he won't even bring it, because a lot of my mons get fighting type moves. And he can't really compensate for that because of Miltank's, you know, really, you know, lack of special defense in, you know, in some ways. I think, what is it, base 70? I think 80 maybe? You know, it's not great. It's not bad, but it's not great. And we are going to join, and you see we do bring the Miltank. Sorry, he's already bring the Miltank. He doesn't bring the Porygon 2 or the Z. That is surprising. So we are in the game. We actually had to restart there because actually my Mega Gardevoir was already a Mega Gardevoir and his Megalopony was already a Megalopony. So we had to restart there. But upon seeing his team, the first thought comes to mind. I think I'm not really sure if Stealth Rocks are a priority for him. So, see, okay, I'm torn. I think he's gonna leave with the Diggersby. No, not the Diggersby. I don't think he's gonna leave with the Diggersby. I think he's gonna leave with the Heliolisk, the Blissey, or the Megalopony. So I'm gonna predict one of those. And Gardevoir is not bad against all of them. If he leads with the Megalopony, yeah, then I'm in trouble. Then I instantly have to go out into Klefki. So I think I am going to lead with Klefki, even though I don't really want to. Nah, I'm going to lead with Luna. I have to believe that he's going to lead with the Blissey, because I think he will. I think he'll lead with the Blissey or the Heliolisk. And Heliolisk definitely can't one-shot a Gardevoir. If anything, he'll just Volt Switch. And maybe even go into Blissey, probably. So he does lead with the Heliolisk. We're going to throw this into the damage calculator right now. Right freaking now. Come on, damage calc. Sorry about that. No, so you can't put Mega Guard in. Doesn't work like that. Wow, this is laggy as shit, dude. I'm typing and it's doing nothing. Gardevoir. Gardevoir. Mega Gardevoir. OU Wall Breaker. We are modest. We'll say modest just in case that might fuck up the thing. And we're 80. So, Heliolisk. Heliolisk. How much are you doing? Don't do that much. Hyper Voice does quite a bit, but he's just gonna Volt Switch. I'm going to Mega Evolve for sure. I could sub. That's a choice specs, right? It's a Life Orb set. I think I'm gonna sub. Actually, I think I'm going to Focus Blast off the bat. Or I Psyshock. I think he'd probably go into Meloetta, to be honest. I think Meloetta is actually his check. Now that I see it. Oh, I'm going to... He's going to Volt Switch and he's going to go into Blissey or Meloetta. It doesn't really matter what I do. I could Psyshock and then just Calm Mind in the Meloetta. So I'm going to sub. I think he's going to Volt Switch. I'd be shocked if he just Hyper Voice. Actually, no! No! Fuck, I really hope that worked, because Hyper Voice goes through sub. So I cannot sub. I cannot sub. I did that right. Oh, I did. I'm gonna click... I clicked subs, didn't I? He does click Volt Switch. Okay, so I don't know what I did, because I clicked sub first. There was a little bit of lag on the server, I think. So I think I am gonna sub, even if I don't mind, to be honest. But we'll see what he does here. We'll see what his game plan is. So he's going to Mega Battle. He does go into Blissey. Okay, so we do put up the sub. We do put up the sub. And do I fire off? Do I fire off a Blob? Psyshock does more than Focus Blast. That's for sure. Seismic Toss cannot kill me. Oh, shit, it can. It can break a sub and then the next one would kill. Guaranteed, 100%. Nothing I can do about it. So I am going to... Well, that's not exactly true, because he could just Stealth Rock here. And if he does Stealth Rock, I'm in a great position. But I have to attack him. I get a crit, which is actually huge. That crit is absolutely monstrous, because now he dies. Now he dies. Or now he has a chance to die from a Psyshock, because I have a chance to die from a thing. Ooh, so what do I do? Ugh, what do I want to do? Gardevoir being low this early is not ideal, of course. I do wish I Focus Blast. I did make, I did say that. But I guess I wouldn't be behind the sub. So actually, I wouldn't be at this amount of HP if I didn't sub. So I do wish I did Psyshock. Do I take the risk at the chance of killing this thing that early? This thing is a huge response to Blissey, but I have other things with Blissey, to be honest. And but this thing is so good against Blissey. But I might not get another opportunity to kill this Blissey. And this Blissey is more important to him than my Gardevoir is to me. So I am going to Psyshock. I could sub, predicting him to recover, but then I'd be in the same position. I need to get the roll. It's like a 30% chance in my favor. I'm going to go for it. Doesn't live. He lives, of course. And he gets off focus, soft boiled. Yeah, I'm not getting these rolls, dude. I'm going to go into the Klefki, I think. I'm going to go into Azu, and I'm going to get a kill. Now, if he clicks an attack here, which I think he will, I think he's, I don't think he's going to soft boiled again, because he knows he's out of range, but I have to go into Azu, because if I go into Azu right here, I kind of get a kill. What's Blissey sitting at? I outspeed Blissey, okay. I outspeed Blissey more than likely with Azu, unless he's running a lot of speed, which is unlikely, because he took 42%, so he has to be like max physically bulky. He does swap out, and he just go on a Meloetta. So this thing, right? What did he expect? Did he expect Klefki maybe? I don't know. So right, Meloetta, what do you do? What are you doing? What are you doing, Meloetta? What are you doing, Meloetta? Are you Submine Choice Specs? Thunderbolt? Hyper Voice would do a ton. That's for sure. But, oh, this is Gardevoir, whoops. Azumarill. Azu is somewhat bulk. That's pretty much our spread. We're like this, though. Could I just calc for a Thunderbolt? I don't want to let this thing die. Yeah, we're not taking that. We're gonna go into Clefable. He does swap out and he just go on a Miltank. So, huh. So does that confirm that he's bulky? I'm not sure. Honestly, not sure. I think I'm going to go for a Toxic. He didn't bring the Porygon, so this Clefable isn't as useful. If he has Iron Head right here, which I believe Miltank does get, that will suck. I think I actually kind of want to... Does this thing get Iron Head? I think it does. This thing's probably the best thing to take it. I'm going to go for a Toxic right here. I know this thing obviously gets... he goes for Stealth Rock. And we get a Toxic off. So, okay, we're not playing very well. Well, we're not. It's not that we're playing bad. It's just we're behind, because my thing is already so low. His Blissey is still at full. Gardevoir can't swap into 3 more Stealth Rocks, which sucks. So we have to start making some plays. I'm just gonna Moonblast. I kind of want a Toxic, predicting a switch. But I'm not going to do that. I want to see if he has Heal Bell or not. He does go for that Iron Head. It doesn't do very much. And a Moonblast does come off. And you'll see that Iron Head doesn't really do too much, which I am happy about. If he flinches me right here, we're not in that big situation. We're okay. I kind of want a Toxic again. I'm going to. Maybe predicting a switch, maybe. Because if I can Toxic that Blissey coming in... Because, like, I think he realizes he loses this battle right here. So he should swap out. If he doesn't swap out, it's not the end of the world as long as he doesn't flinch on the next turn. Or I could always go into Klefki, to be fair. But this is a pretty risky play. But I like I said, I want to start making plays. I want to start making some plays because I need to. He also bad. He just going to Blissey. We do land Toxic. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So this thing is now Toxic, which means it's on a timer unless it swaps out, which I understand that, I understand that, I understand that. It's just this thing gets Calm Mind actually. If he starts Calm Minding off. Well, we have Unaware, so we're actually still fine. Now he can go for a Toxic right here, or if he chooses. Moonblast actually does quite a bit, more than I expected, to be honest. And I kind of want to Toxic again, but I think I'm gonna Moonblast. I'm gonna Toxic the next turn if he stays in. Go for Moonblast. He goes for Heal Bell. He goes for Heal Bell, and he heals the Miltank. So Miltank is no longer Toxic. Well, it says it's here, but it's not. Moonblast again. You got special attack drop, which really doesn't matter. He goes for Seismic Toss. And that does 25%. 25%. And we're going to Toxic. We're going to Toxic. And he does swap out. He does go into Miltank. And we do catch it with Toxic, which is great. And I'm going to Moonlight this turn, I think. I only have 8 Moonlights, so I don't want to use them willy-nilly. That was such a weird thing to say. Willy-nilly? He goes for Milk Drink. As we go for a Moonblast. And as you can see here, we're really not doing too much, are we? We're using a lot of Moonblast already. So this thing is Iron Head, Stealth Rock, Iron Head, Milk Drink. I assume Body Slam, but I have to assume it's Earthquake. I have to, because he wouldn't be able to touch Klefki then, you know? He's completely fine to just do this. And to just wall me out. I kind of want to go into Klefki and then double out, back out into Togekiss. And just to see if he has Earthquake, because it's so, I mean, he might have Fire Punch, but like Earthquake is just so much better against my team. Because like there's very few things that resist it. The only things that resist it are Icarus, Togekiss, and Whimsicott. It's the only things that resist it, or immune to it. So, if I go into Klefki right here, he's obviously just going to click I need to get up these spikes. He does swap out and he just go back into Blissey. So Klefki does come out. So his seismic tosses are obviously going to be very, very annoying for me. But we'll see how he responds to this. And also, Azumarill's Aqua Jet 100% one-shots the Diggersby. I think I'm going to play rough. The reason I say that is because if the only way this doesn't work is if Diggersby sets up an agility and his focus sash, but then he doesn't actually hit me as hard with it. So I'm just gonna go for spikes. He does stay in. He goes for heal bell, heals up the Miltank, which is fine. We're gonna give another layer of spikes. Like I said, I need to get up all these spikes. I'm gonna click spikes again. I don't want to mess with anything. He does go into the Heliolisk, which is interesting. And I mean, this thing, I mean, it's nothing to take lightly. Like it's a you're not that at all. Bold, let's just say bold. It doesn't really matter because we're only testing for Heliolisk's damage against me. I'm assuming he's choice specs from the damage he did to Gardevoir. Well, actually, let's go back to Gard. Let's go back to Gardevoir. He went for Volt Switch and he did how much? How much did he do again? First turn, he did 43%. He could be choice specs. Yeah, he could definitely be choice specs to a Mega Guard. So to a Klefki, he's gonna do quite a bit. This thing is no joke. I actually really like Heliolisk, but not in this matchup because it actually does insane work against me. I could go on a Tinkerbell as well. I kind of wish I ran leftovers now. I think he's just gonna Volt Switch though. But is that really bad? We force him to come in on rocks. Just the whole point kind of thing, you know. I wanna keep Klefki around for the Lopunny, so I'm gonna go on a Sylveon. He goes for Thunderbolt. It does a hell of a lot of damage, and this is why I wanted to run leftovers and I didn't. So he could definitely kill me right here, and I think he will because he's choice specs. So Sylveon's about to die right here unless he gets a low roll, which I'm hoping. But he's just gonna stay in and go for it again. I mean, there's no. I kind of want to hyper voice and maybe try to kill this thing. I probably should have ran more bulk. Actually, no, I ran as much bulk as I could. Like I ran almost max HP. Like so, he does kill me. And we go into Clef. And we Moonlight because he's choice specs. And we don't have a ground type on our team, so Heliolisk. Okay, so we are back. Sorry about that. Literally, Bandicam crashed, and that is pretty annoying because I was kind of in the zone right here. But we have this Meloetta. I think I'm just going to click. I want to click Moonblast because I think he's gonna sub. I'm going to click Moonblast because I think he's gonna sub. He goes for Trick. Well played. Well fucking played, dude. I can't be upset. And that's definitely the game because you know what happens when Clefable gets tricked. It's the only real way to beat it, to be honest. I'm going to keep Moonblasting here. And this Clefable was one of the few mons that... I mean, it's not over yet. But in comes the Blissey. So it wasn't over. And then he went into Blissey. I'm going to go into a Azumarill. And get my kill. I need to go into a Azu more. Goes for soft boiled. Perfect. Superpower is a guaranteed kill. Do I go for it? Yes, I. 69% comes down to like 50 something. Yeah, superpower should definitely kill. I might take Rocky Helmet damage, but at this point, I need Azu to take this game back from me. Once I kill Meloetta, and with the spikes up as well, Icarus might be able to just, you know, click Aura Sphere. Superpower comes off, and it does kill the Miltank. Rocky Helmet? No Rocky Helmet. Okay, so, I I don't know if we saw leftovers. Sorry, I'm not really focusing. So I think Melopony, or maybe even Diggersby is going to come in right here. So what do we do then? If he goes in a Diggersby, I guess I go in a Clef. Because Clef is probably the most useful. I mean, I know Guard. I mean, I guess Guard is then. I mean, I guess Guard is because at least Clefable can still take a hit. He goes in a Heliolisk, which is pretty surprising. This is literally going to happen every single time he goes. I kill a mon with whatchamacallit, this guy right here, Azumarill. We need to kill this Heliolisk because while this Heliolisk is alive, I can't win with you. So I go on a Guard. I go on a Guard. I do go on a Guard. Am I going to Clef? And then I go, or do I just lose right here? I think I just lose. I think I literally just lose. What the fuck? I'm gonna go on a Guard and then go in it to Togekiss and then just be like, I can't do anything. Okay, Guard still outspeeds the Diggersby. You can't really touch you though, and the Blissey, and it one-shots the Blissey. Fable doesn't do either of those. But once this happens again, I don't have any response. I'm going to Clef now. Yeah, that's true. If this happens again, I have no response if I let Clefable die now. But if I let Gardevoir die now, I can go into Clef a few times. So we go on a Clef. I kind of want to predict the switch because he knows how important this Heliolisk is, and we know he's Choice Scarf. So I'm gonna play this kind of risky. I'm gonna double into Azu, predicting the Blissey. Now, if I lose this game because of this, I'm not even upset because I can't do anything because his team walls mine. I prepped for Porygon too much, and I got absolutely slaughtered for it. But I think he knows that there's no reason I'm sitting here. Blissey is just the easiest response, so I am going to go on Roger. I hope I'm really right. I really hope I'm right. Fuck! And that's the game, and that's the game, and that's the game. I want to make it very, very clear that I stand by that play. It's the only thing I could have done. There's no point letting Clef just sit there and take the damage. I'm going to wait a while, and then I'm going to go on Icarus and hope he doesn't think I'm Choice Scarf. Or I could go on a Clefable now. Well, at this point, I can't win because Blissey walls me. At this point, I literally, actually, properly can't win because Blissey walls me. Properly, so I actually lost. I can't win. I'm gonna go for Aura Sphere in hopes that he doesn't think I'm scared. I don't even think this will kill actually, because we're not. Are we modest? No, we're not modest, and we're Choice Scarf. I don't even think this kills. I actually really doubt this kills. We do goes on a Blissey. Maybe we can get 4 crits in a row. You'll see how little that does. Like, it just does so fucking little. I'm going to go into Klefki because I can heal block it. Yeah, we definitely lost, guys. There's nothing we can do at this point. I'm going to play rough. That does actually more than I expected, to be honest. And I'm going to go for the heal block because he's definitely staying in and just seismic tossing again. And there's a soft boiled. I don't think he gets level, really, he doesn't. So that's cool. I could set up another layer of spikes, but there's no point. There's no point in going for another layer of spikes. There's literally no reason to. I'm gonna go for another play rough. We get another one off. Actually, as long as we land this. As long as we land this, there might be hope yet. I'm a hopeful guy. If he swaps out here, that's the best thing that could happen. Because then Togekiss will kill him. Because he comes in and takes what? 16%. We have to get a high roll. True. But, well, actually, if he does swap out, I'm clicking spikes the next turn. So he does stay in. We go for a play rough. And he goes for seismic toss. And he does kill me. Alright. Now, Togekiss, I've never needed you to kill a Mon more than right now. Not because it matters. I just want to. Kill this fucking Blissey. Kill this Blissey. I know he won't let it. Actually, I think it probably will just... Okay, it does die. Okay, so we do kill the Blissey. That fat piece of shit. And we need to get crits. We need to get super duper crits. We can always go in a clef on certain Mons, like this one. Do I go into clef now? Let me check something. Togekiss. Togekiss. You with a Aura Sphere to a Meloetta. We don't even know what Meloetta this is yet. I don't think we really... It went for Trick, so it's a Choice Scarf. 19 to 23. What? Really? 19 to 23? Fucking Christ. We're gonna go on a clef. 19 to 23? Good fucking God. Meloetta, calm down. Well, we can't sweep with Air Slash because unless we want to try to flinch out the Heliolisk. So we'll see. It goes for return, which is interesting. A Moonblast might be able to put it in range. Well, I could Toxic it and then hope for flinches with Togekiss. I think that's probably my best play. He's actually a physical set, which I was not expecting. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. He outspeeds me. What am I fucking saying? Unless I outspeed him, which is very, very low chance I do. I know I'm Choice Scarf and all, but it's he probably isn't running that low speed. He does kill me. At this point, I have to get 10 million crits with Togekiss. And I'm going to attempt to do just that. If I can just get one, I'd be happy, but I won't. Oh, I do! Wow. I won't kill this Meloetta. He's definitely gonna just not flinch here. He could even swap out into Heliolisk, but I mean, I doubt he'd do that. That's his ways of winning. I'm ever so hopeful. I'm ever so hopeful. But he probably has fake out on Lopunny anyway, so we do flinch the Meloetta, which means he will die this turn. If he swaps out, he will die to Spikes. He will die to Spikes. So he does stay in, and he's obviously just going to go on Lopunny here. He goes on Helios, actually. Well, actually, that's another obvious play. We go for Air Slash. Damn it! We might have been able to get a high roll. GG, dude. I can't be too upset. The matchup was really tough. I don't have a ground type, which was the biggest problem with this draft. It's not a problem with the draft. It's a problem with the type I got. There's no ground type fairy. There isn't. There actually still isn't, I don't think, in Gen 7. Which is a huge problem for me because dealing with mons like Heliolisk is very, very challenging. I was going to bring Whimsicott, and I'm glad I didn't. I don't think it would have changed much. But, yeah. That's really just it. I was hoping I would win because I'd be able to get on the tiers thing, but it's not really that big a deal. It was just something nice to win. But we did make the semifinals. We did get to play champ, and we didn't exactly get our asses handed to us. It's just, what was it? The play in the Azu. I still stand by it. I needed to do something to kill that Blissey. And while we did kill the Blissey, it's because a Mon died, and if that Mon was a Zoomerl, you know, we may have a chance. I mean, if I flinched out every single Mon on his team, if I flinched out Heliolisk right there, maybe got a high roll, I would have killed it. Maybe, let's say for that, and then let's just for shits and giggles, because he has to Mega Evolve first turn with Lopunny. So that definitely 2 shots. He probably has Fake Out, so it doesn't matter. Air Slash has a chance to 2-shot. Actually, definitely 2 shots after Spikes. So, you know what? It's not that bad. So, I've learned a lot from this league. I've learned the monotype is definitely not my format. Or maybe it is, but I just got the type that definitely doesn't fit me anyway. Fairy is definitely a difficult type to use. There wasn't a lot of options, and you know, I'm glad I did this league. I'm glad I joined the APL. I'm glad I found all these fantastic people. Obviously, the people in the league are fantastic. It's just Monotype is definitely not for me. So if you guys have enjoyed this season, our season is unfortunately over. We lose in the semi-finals to Champ and the South London Sylveons, which is funny because we have Sylveon on our team. We lose to the South London Sylveons, and he's going to take on either Zen or Andrew in the final. So we'll see how that goes. So if you guys have enjoyed this, make sure to have some like down below first, and down below first. Make sure to heavy slam the like button down below first. And with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and bye-bye.